Green Room Radio. I feel like this is a very important episode because we're at the end of the pandemic. Super James checking in. Domo is checking in with me. Tru is here.
Tru Management, motherfuckers.
Man, Vegas is almost back, and we got
60%.
We're at 80. We're at 80.
Oh, 80%.
We're at 80. We got an amazing group of girls with us, and we got an amazing show for us.
Who's the girls do we have with us?
Let's go. I was just gonna let you do the intro.
It's my really good friends, Little Miss Nasty.
There they are.
Out of L.A. and Vegas.
LA/Vegas.
LA/Vegas.
So we had to have something that was like Vegas based, Vegas theme. Vegas is almost back.
Real quick,
Welcome
I want
to
The
show.
hottest show.
There we go.
the hottest show.
I've gone to many of them.
Yeah, actually the only show that I actually get off my ass and go to because I don't really get out. I don't get out of the house much, but when it's a Little Miss Nasty show, I seem to have made it.
Look at him! Look at him!
Oh, you guys
I can't even get
so sweet.
I can't even go to my shows. See?
Exactly. I only go to Little Miss Nasty and Baby Bash shows.
Hey, give us a little intro. Give us some background.
What is up, you guys? Thanks for having
Gina.
us.
We need names. We need
Hell-
intros.
Hell,
we need
Michigan.
backgrounds.
Okay, let's start. I'm Gina. What the fuck is up?
There she
I've
is.
known Tru forever. I'm from Michigan also.
She's
so
from
we
Hell,
kinda-
Michigan.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to deal with them for so long.
I know.
So sorry.
No, it's all
So
good.
sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hell, Michigan. Have you heard of it?
Uh-oh.
I actually, what's crazy is I'm from Michigan, and I never even knew about Hell, Michigan. That's how crazy that is.
That's how from not Michigan he is.
Hey, don't show me.
So wait, is it spelled H-E-L-O?
Girl, it's spelled H-E-L-L. There's a population of 267. It's basically
Holy
a dirt-ass road around a lake.
Well, there-
You know,
There we
the
go.
lake life.
She
Yes.
said 267 with the fish. With the
Hey,
fish.
so
with the fish.
hey, so are you the founder, Gina, of this?
Yes,
The-
girl. I'm just
Girl.
kidding.
Okay, and
Yes.
That's what I call him too. That's what I call him too. So introduce everyone else.
This is my homegirl, Talitha.
Talitha,
introduce yourself.
Where are you from, Talitha?
Oh, I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Hey, I'm repping your
Pacific
coffee.
Northwest.
There
I'm
she
a vampire
is.
and I am a vampire.
Ooh,
I was looking for like
Oh.
blood, like a vial of blood on her necklace or
That's
something.
that's
Are
why
you-
there's red on my clothing.
Oh, there it is.
are you
Dried
currently
blood.
living in Vegas or LA?
I live in Vegas. I've lived out here for about 3 or 4 years now.
Quite a difference from Seattle, huh?
Oh, definitely. I miss the rain.
Weather and everyone. I've never heard anyone say that. I miss the rain.
Oh, I love
Yeah, I
the
actually kind of
rain.
miss the rain.
Oh, because you're a vampire. Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I
You get a
can't go out
pass.
in the
Yeah, you get a pass.
daytime.
All right.
Thank God the show is at night.
See?
Guess number 3 on the dating game. What's your name?
Oh, whoa, very close to my face.
Uh-oh.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I grew up here pretty much, so
In Las
Vegas.
local.
Wow.
Man.
Vegas, baby.
I was born in San Diego, but I moved out here when I was like 3, so grew up
So
here.
she's from Vegas.
I always
Yep.
say, man, when you meet people born and raised here in Vegas, they seem to be the coolest, most down to earth of all the
Honored.
Vegas people. But you're
I
in
feel
little,
like-
you're in Little Miss Nasty, so I don't know.
Yeah,
You're a
that
question
doesn't
mark.
that doesn't count the same.
Yeah.
Vegas locals are always the best, though.
There she is.
Yeah.
Or the worst. Or the worst.
Or the worst.
Because sometimes they don't want to pay. They don't want
But
to pay
one
for
thing
their shows.
that I love the style.
Yes.
You
Who
guys are.
is this something I've been watching for years? But you make this kind of clothing, right, Gina? Is this you?
Yeah, I definitely love making clothes. I love rocking my own style, keeping it classic. As you'll see, I made this jacket.
I love the jackets,
Do
man.
you?
I've been saying it.
See, you need more stuff so I can.
I think
totally
you
be
have
one
a
of your
friend
guys'
named
fans.
Lindsay that promised Domo here a jacket years ago,
What?
and she
Lindsay fell off the rail.
she fell off the rail.
That's
Never
my
got that
brother.
jacket.
Shout out
Girl, I'll make you a
to
jacket.
Lindsay Thomas. We don't know where she went, but
Second
I
you
know.
hear this, you better put that shit in
Figure
the
out
mail.
all.
we want that fucking jacket though. But we're gonna get it from
Giving her a
Gina.
pass.
Yeah, bitch, I'll make you one. I got you.
Yes.
There she is.
yes.
So give us a background on the group. How this come about?
All right, so Little Miss Nasty, we were born and raised in Los Angeles. Started 2012 at the Viper Room. You guys heard of that?
Yeah.
It's like
I've heard of it.
legendary.
Viper Room is
It's
like,
fun.
and you know why it goes so far back deep into Vegas? Because they own Sapphire, El Dorado Cantina. I don't know.
Oh, no way.
Do they?
See, she didn't
Yes.
even know that. Yes,
Oh,
they
no,
do.
I didn't
yes,
know that.
they-
That's
they-
the new owners. I mean, back then was
Right. Yeah, it
probably
was like
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Depp and the other
Yeah,
Right.
but the key
Well-
key owners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
they
it
they
River
they, they own
Phoenix?
they own Crown at the Rio.
Yeah,
All
they,
that.
River
yeah.
Phoenix.
River Phoenix OD right
OD
outside
there.
the front door.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing about Viper Room was if you weren't a celebrity, you weren't in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
Back in the day, it
Period.
was the shit.
Yeah. No, like that's why celebrities went there because there was only celebrities in there.
Yeah.
You're never
Got
worried
it.
about it.
And even before that, it was like a gangster hangout. And so apparently it's haunted. Ghost Hunters did this whole series
Was
on
it Ghost Hunters or was it that Ghost Adventures
I
people?
don't know. Whatever the fuck it was.
They're all the
one of them.
same. Yeah, they're
Fuck
all.
both of them.
Yeah, fuck the Ghost
Unless they're
Adventures.
coming on our show, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
those guys.
Shout out to
but,
Zach.
you know, apparently it's haunted as hell and cool as fuck. So we were born and raised there. We had our residencies. We branched out to our new residency in Harvell's, Santa Monica.
Ooh, I like
which is
Harvell's.
tight. Yeah, we produced a full-blown show there. And then Maria Brink from In This Moment, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that band, but she invited us out on tour, and that's where we kind of got our big-ass break from. So we started national tours. We booked our Vegas residency. Now we're out here, Dual City, fucking style, all out and about.
Who else have you guys toured with? I think I've seen you guys out with.
Bands like Lords of Acid, Jenna Tortures, Orgy, Motionless in White,
Ew.
Starset, Vimic. Just to name a
you
few.
lost me and James, but that.
Dad. Yeah, you guys are hip hop boys. These
No,
are more
not
like
even, but
these
These
are
are the-
more like
I know Orgy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Orgy.
you would.
Yeah.
Orgy's
You
like
would.
90s.
Of
It was a really good band.
Of course,
okay?
the porn girl.
Oh yeah, orgy.
No
Okay.
orgy.
Yeah.
Different kind of orgy.
Yeah.
You know, it's the band.
So we need. How did you guys link? How'd you guys put
Well,
it
no.
all together?
Here's actually even a better question because I've been watching you guys for 10 years. How do you keep the flow? Because from watching you 10 years ago, fast forwarding to now, I notice you're always mixing in new girls in and out, in and out. How is that to like feel like you get in the flow with a certain group? And then obviously you know
It's gotta
every
be like-
year it changes.
It's got to be starting
You
from
know?
scratch every time.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I sort of scout. I'm like a stalker, okay? I go on Instagram
I like
and I
that.
look for the
I've been
hottest
seeing your
bitch
crazy.
possible.
I've been seeing your crazy video posts on Instagram. By the way,
Yeah.
you are a
I
stalker.
love
So
her
first,
Social media is king.
step number one, hottest bitch as possible.
Okay, hottest bitch as possible.
All right.
Then I kind of creep into the DM, so I
Uh-oh.
am like this weird stalker, and I'm like, "What's up? I'm Gina."
Hold on, yeah. Let me hear that first message. What's the first DM?
So okay, it's kind of like, "Hey girl, I like your style." No, I don't say anything.
No, you got
I
no,
try
you
to
got
keep it- I keep
You
it-
got it. No, because you're texting it. But if you were saying it to them, what voice would you put it in?
Oh
Come on,
my God.
give it to me.
Well,
give it to
obviously
me.
nothing creepy because then they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Well,
This
you're already
weird
creepy,
ass
though. You're
girl."
already
I
creepy.
know.
No,
Yeah,
the
halfway.
whole thing is you don't look creepy. If it was Super
Right.
James, it would be creepy.
I'm just like,
100%.
I'm really
Creepy as
interested
fuck.
in you, but I don't say like, "Oh, I'm really interested in you."
Damn.
I'm more like,
if you said it like that, it might
No.
be better.
No.
"Are you interested in performing in a badass, empowering show like Little Miss Nasty? Let me know. I'm feeling your
So that's
vibe."
how
But
you prevent it.
Are you looking for dancers, or can you basically take anybody when you say you find
Oh,
a bad bitch?
Definitely dancers. There's
High-
tons
high
of
level.
bad bitches that are like, "Hey girl, I'm a stripper.
I'm
Can I
sure.
join
Yeah,
the
I'm sure they
show?"
hit
And
you
I'm like,
up.
Sorry, but
They
no."
hit you up like crazy.
I did her class. Your style of dance is pretty fucking hardcore, and it's very different from if it's hip hop or whatever. Like a lot of girls can easily do that type of freestyle, but your shit is like that is some
Hey, for
super.
for
like
being
I had
a
neck cramps.
yeah, I was gonna
when
say
I did
for
your fucking
for,
your class.
for being a porn star, Domo here tried to she tried
Oh
to do
my
the neck
God.
swing and she couldn't even look to the
Those-
left and the right for like a week.
Those head whips.
The head whips
She
are
Let me
took
tell
she
you.
took 2 weeks off of life after that.
She was so sexy in the class because a lot of
Uh-oh.
girls signed up and they just wanted to learn, how to dance, or possibly they're interested in getting in the group. But this bitch shows up performing, totally turning on her
Full
sex
ass
appeal.
routine.
I wasn't the
No.
greatest,
No,
but
she was so hot, and I actually have footage of you. Should I
Yeah.
But
We
she was
needed that.
so sexy. I was like, damn, girl. And even if like choreography wasn't 1,000%, just the performance and natural sex appeal from her, I was like, that's
Well,
what's
So
up.
so you have like you obviously got your limit. So I mean I'm sure like we said you have so many people hitting you up already, and you're reaching out to other people, but maybe
Yes.
the people hitting you up are better. How do you separate? How do you end up picking these girls?
It usually ends up in an audition situation. So I'll be like, come in. I have to see you dance.
I
first
see.
and
I see you
foremost.
do. There's Millennial here in Vegas, but do they have one in LA too?
Yeah, Millennium.
Millennium.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're already dealing with the girls that are usually there, probably at the higher level.
Yeah.
They already know about you, and
Yeah.
and they're kind of.
There's a lot of professional dancers that already know, but the thing is like, what makes them want to go as far as Little Miss Nasty? Like, who is really ballsy enough to perform the way that we do? Because some girls are timid and prude as fuck, but they're awesome dancers, but they don't want to go all the way, you know?
Yes.
So,
100%.
Talitha, for example, you can kind of tell the story, but she auditioned for me. I had no clue who she was beforehand. I didn't scout her on Instagram. I wasn't stalking her in the inbox like, hey, bitch, I love you. You're hot. Come dance with me.
Hey, yo, bitch.
She showed up. I didn't even know her. And so I held a Vegas audition. And Talitha, you want to tell them?
Hey, you want to know what's so great about that? They do so many Vegas auditions out here for nightclubs, and I'm like, I swear to God, like, I think they do it for promotion because I'm like, they already know who the fuck they're gonna hire. So when you go to these pool party auditions, you ain't ever gonna get in unless somebody kind of brings you in. So it's nice to hear that you can just come in off the street, catch your attention, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
So how did you do it?
Well, I was taking classes from another teacher out here at Millennium, and she was like, hey, there's this burlesque audition. I think you should go. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll check it out. I went home. I looked up Little Miss Nasty, and I was like, I mean, they look pretty cool. I guess I'll just go try. And so I went, and I was like, yeah, I like this. This is really fun. And then we kind of connected because we both did Edge scholarship program in LA. Edge is like another studio out there like Millennium or like the Playground. And it's basically like this scholarship program where they only take 20 dancers and they train you for a year. So then we were like,
nice.
oh, we both did that. That's so cool. And I think from there she was like, oh, so I know that she can dance. This is great.
So
How
I'll
long
take
have
you.
you
I
been
need a blonde.
How long have you been dancing for?
Since I was 3.
3.
Yeah.
So you're super
did those
trained.
auditions, was it what you expected, or was it kind of...
Yeah, like, was that your style, or was
Yeah,
it
Domo
totally
Domo
different?
told me here, you know, I know a lot of girls that go to dance classes that are just very basic.
Yeah.
And you know, and Domo came home from your thing, she was just like, this is some fucking really different.
No, it was.
So-
I've done
Yeah.
dance. Like, I've done a lot of different dance, but that was like nothing
Yeah.
I've ever done.
So did you feel, so with all the training that you had leading up to that, did you feel like when you came to that, were you like, holy shit, this
Were
is
you
some-
ready? Were you ready, or was it another world?
I mean, I feel like I was prepared for it. I did my research on my end. Like,
Exactly.
I always do that before an audition. I'm looking up a choreographer, looking up what this is for. So I did my research and I saw their show and I was like, okay, I know what to wear, I know how to act, and I'm just going to play the part. And that's all I did. And I just played the part until the part, you know,
Was in
attached
you.
itself to me, and now I am the part. I always get casted as like a rock and roll girl now.
Ah.
Wow.
Before, girls or my teachers are like, you gotta burn your tutu, stop being a ballerina. And now that tutu's gone.
What can I say? Talitha, at the audition, she caught my eye right away. There's a room full of like 50 plus girls. I don't even know who, but I was like, that's it. I'm like, Talitha's the one. And
Before her performance?
Well, during the whole thing, you're kind of observing.
Right,
like,
of
you
course,
teach
yeah, that's the
them,
biggest thing.
And you see them as they learn and how fast they can pick up and all this shit. But right away, I was like, she's it. And then she performed at the audition, like, as her casting.
So how she's saying that, did you feel that confident, or how were you at the performance?
No, I felt confident.
You were like, yo, this is my shit.
No,
I got this.
What-
I
I
got
was
this.
looking around the room
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah, these bitches ain't shit.
But yeah,
she said
and I
these
was
bitches
like-
ain't shit. I got this. I got
What
this.
type of
It's okay.
what type of dancing did you do prior to that? I mean, were you a hip hop dancer,
I-
ballet? Like, what did you
I
do?
was kind of all over the place. When I lived in LA, I was on a contemporary company, actually. I don't know if you guys would know it. It's called Royal Flux, but they were on like World of Dance. And I was
Okay.
on their company before they like got famous on World of Dance. So I was very ballerina, like, ooh, look
Got
at
it.
me, I do lyrical, I'm very pretty.
But do you feel like once you're at that point, like it doesn't matter what style it is or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're just like,
The
yo, I'm
minute
gonna
you
kill
have-
this audition, like
Yeah,
whatever
the
it is.
minute you have enough training under your belt, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You're going to adapt and you're going to make it yours and you're going to kill it as best as you can. You're fighting for that job. So
Mm-hmm.
I was fighting all of the girls in the room and I was like, nah, that bitch ain't
that
shit.
bitch. That's what I mean. Like, yo, yeah. I was just,
I'm the shit. Look at her.
because
and her
that could either
stupid
be
stockings.
like, that could be like a builder, or like you could be like, oh, those girls.
Hey, I say
I'm
this.
still supportive, but like you also have to have that confidence and be like, I'm the baddest person in this room right now. Like no one can beat me.
I tell people this all the time. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that
It's
simple.
like when I walk in here, I'm like, True doesn't have it, so I'm like, I'm good.
Listen, I've been having it.
No, but it's so true because
so
you can spot it right away.
so for you, like you're like after at that point, I feel like you say like you're scoping it out. Like even when people are in line or whatever, you could. I feel like if you're at that point, you could feel people's confidence. Like
Oh, for sure.
if you walk into some shit and you're scared, like you're not gonna make it
Oh,
because
no.
there's too, as bad as you are, there's too many people that are like they could be half of your style or whatever, but if they don't have the confidence, so what's the next step for you to pick? Like, okay, now this is that girl.
Well, obviously she has to look good. That's like number one. And
Have you
so-
ever had an ugly girl?
No.
Oh, I didn't.
That's I was just gonna. I was just gonna
wondering.
say, is there people? Have you ever? Be honest.
What?
Have you ever had a girl that like, yo, she fucking kills it, the dancing, but she just doesn't have the look?
No. I mean,
You're lying. You're lying.
I see so many girls, and I appreciate the beauty that they all have individually. And so what I think is gorgeous and fucking hot, not everyone's going to be like, oh, damn, like she's a shit. But I try to get a variety of chicks to please everybody. But I also keep in mind, you know, what I think is hot and what I think the audience will love. But she has to be confident. She has to have awesome body, even if she's curvy, if she's skinny, if it's fucking sexy and she can move and kill the choreography, and she's a fucking rock star, she's in.
Yeah, I feel like you guys have a very particular look. Every time, I've been seeing all the different girls and the combinations.
What do you think the look is, Drew?
It's hot.
You see?
It's just I don't even know how to
It's
describe
like a
it.
hot schoolgirl.
Yeah, like a
type of-
schoolgirl, rocker, vampire-y.
the bad rebel girl at the Catholic
Yeah, it's
school
almost
girls.
like a good girl gone nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah, and
Hold
something.
on. I like how you said nasty. Say it one more time like that.
Nasty.
I like that.
Yeah, hey, so from watching, I guess I'm your Instagram creeper.
He's like, hey,
But-
it sounds like I would just say groupie at this point.
What's
Pretty much.
what's crazy is as I watch, and I've been watching for years. Like I feel like you eat, breathe everything. This shit, 24 hours a day,
Yeah.
7 days a week.
You have to,
do
right?
you ever have
You
like
have
a
to.
normal day where you're not doing this shit?
No.
No.
Even on holidays, it's like 24/7.
I wanna dip back into that. Let's do number 3 right here.
Bachelorette
Yeah,
number 3.
Bachelorette
Yes,
number
yes.
3. Yeah.
This
Taylor.
is baby
Yes.
Tay Tay. She's
So
our
hold on.
Vegas.
You got before you pass her the mic.
What?
You got to give us a little background on her audition.
Okay, cool. So I was at a point where I needed more Vegas girls. We had our crew, but there wasn't enough. Girls were booking all these jobs. I needed extra girls, and I needed some hot ass blondes. So I did a casting call for blondes only, and Taylor submitted. And I was like, damn, who's this girl? Comes to the audition.
Hey, girl.
So a lot of the chicks showed up in like sweats and a t-shirt ready to dance, but Taylor walks in like a G-string and a fucking crop top with full
Goddamn
makeup.
Vegas.
I was like, not tonight.
She did because some
I was close.
auditions you'll warm up or learn the routine and cover up or something.
Yeah,
And
of
when
course.
It
Yeah,
comes
you
time
just,
to
like,
perform.
slacked.
You take it off
Yeah.
and then you show. But she was there top to bottom.
It's like, fuck all these
butt
bitches.
naked.
I'm just coming
Yeah.
in. I'm gonna clown on all these bitches
And
from
then
the
I
day
saw
I walk
her
in.
ass, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, if you can't see it right now, but her ass is phenomenal.
There's some 4K cameras in here.
Like her body's banging. I was just like, she is a token blonde. Everyone's gonna love this shit. Let me see if she can dance. And
All right, so we gotta hear. We gotta reverse it now
Yes.
and hear yours.
Yeah,
Your what made you walk in like that, like a fucking
did you
boss?
even- how did you hear about it?
Obviously, you were a fucking boss, and you just walked in and owned that shit. How did that
So
happen?
I think my story's kind of funny because I actually found the show because my boyfriend went for his bachelor.
Of course he did.
One of his
fuck.
friends, like,
course
goes
he
to
did.
parties.
Hold on.
No, I'm serious. So
Just
he went
kidding.
for one of his bachelor parties, his friend's bachelor party, and I was like, "What is this? Like, is this like a stripper like show? Like, I didn't know what it was." And so I looked it up, and I was like, "This is fucking awesome! Like, I'm gonna be in this." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." And so I was like, "No."
Wait. Was he like, yeah, okay, like you're not doing that shit, or like you
I don't
wouldn't
think
make
he
it?
actually believed me.
See, that's.
I was like,
All
no,
right.
I'm like,
There it
I'm
is.
legitimately
Fuck
gonna
that
be in
motherfucker.
the show. I come from like a cheerleading background. Like I'm a dancer too, but I cheered for the Golden Knights here for 3 years.
Oh,
That's
So
probably why
I
you
did
look
that.
familiar.
That was my
Yeah.
background prior. So he's like, you're not gonna do
It's
that.
a whole different world.
completely different.
Yeah,
And so he's like,
yeah.
you're not gonna do
that's
it. And I was
pretty
like,
interesting that you did a transformation from the
it was
cheerleader
straight
to
out of that to this.
the bad girl.
Yeah. So it was pretty interesting. And so I saw Gina's thing, and it was.
Where did you see it at? What did
I
you
followed them after he went to the show because I was like, their vibe is just amazing. Like I
She
knew
was
that's
like,
what I loved.
she was
like,
making sure that none of the girls posted her dude on Instagram.
Yeah, like-
yeah,
No,
creeping.
no.
She was creeping. Yeah.
No, I was
check,
like,
check.
no, I was like, I love these girls. Okay. And so she posted something about a blondes, and I was like, this is my time to shine. I emailed her so quickly.
Hold on,
Like,
wait. Are you naturally blonde?
No.
All right, cool. I just had to. I didn't
No,
check.
I'm
Wait, hold on.
I'm a fake blonde.
Even better than that, were you blonde before you seen the ad?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
No,
then
I
you get a
was
pass.
blonde.
You get a
I
pass.
was- I
Tim. You
was
get a
blonde
pass.
before I
You're
saw
good.
the
You're
ad.
good. Yeah. She's like.
Please just
I mean, I already saw her
I'm
roots. so I
not
was like,
that psycho. Okay.
Yeah. So when you say blonde, Gina, if somebody had completely black hair and they dyed their hair blonde, then it's still a blonde.
Yeah.
Okay.
But why
Yeah,
why
that's
why
blonde.
was blonde so important? Sorry to dip off of
Mainly
that.
because Talitha was my only Vegas blonde girl, and when she
But
started,
hold on, you keep saying Vegas too. So not only did you want a blonde, but you wanted a local from Vegas.
yeah, because we
So
have
because you had the
multiple
Vegas shows.
Yeah.
So it's just easier, like business wise, it was easier.
Oh, for
to-
sure.
Okay.
I need locals in Vegas with blonde hair.
Because
Multiple
we could
girls.
dye
Is
True's
it-
hair blonde, and he lives in Vegas.
Hey,
Dream.
listen, I could never take Mark Jordan's spot. That's for sure.
Okay,
I know he wants.
I'm
I
so
know he
sorry
wants
for
to be in the
I'm
nasty.
sorry for breaking that up.
There he is.
Good.
He peeked his head in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
so
so
Jude
I
went to
just
that?
I saw her email. I was literally at a Golden Knights event, and I was trying to submit my headshot, my reel, like so quickly because I was like, I want this job, like so bad. And I got an email.
Wait, hold
back.
on. Was it because he was there, or just because you wanted that?
No, I wanted it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
So were you at the show? Were you at the show with him, or he just told you about it and you looked
No,
him
I
up?
found out about it afterwards. It was
Ooh.
like one of the. It was not that. It was just a kind of a funny story because like I make fun of him now. I was like, see, you went before me, and now I'm in it.
Did he go? Did he go? When, did he go when they were at the Rio or at the Hooters?
I think they were at Hooters.
Hooters,
At that
okay.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were at Hooters at that
Yeah.
point. So.
So you were just trying to clown him.
No, not even. I swear to you, I honestly was just so over the like cheerleading vibe. Like I had done
Right.
it for so long, and like
Yeah.
I was always the one getting in trouble for posting too much of a risque thing, or like getting in trouble for what I
So
said.
they actually-
And that's like a
Did
like
they have,
a that cheerleading stuff is,
requirements
yeah.
of your look.
Yeah, like they were like super strict. Like I couldn't do anything with my hair. I couldn't do anything with my body. Like it was so like.
So there was like a Golden
Crazy.
Knights person that just watched everybody's
It
social
wasn't
media.
even just that. Like
But
I
it's-
was on like dancing before that. That was like that. I was
Yeah.
just over it.
I feel like we had season tickets, and I feel like all the cheerleaders there look the same.
yeah.
It was crazy.
We
You
do.
look really
said we
familiar.
do.
So I was just
But
over
I'm-
it.
but it probably wasn't you.
I
Like
would-
familiar.
I went straight from that to this vibe, and it was. I just feel like I.
So-
fit it
so-
with
Are you
it.
trained? Are you a trained dancer?
Yes, I've been dancing since I was 2. So I do every style too, as well.
Hey.
There's
So-
a poll in the living room. Anyways, so the audition, break down the audition.
The audition. Okay, so I got an email back, and she was like, "Yes." I don't even remember what you said. Yeah, like come in for an in-person audition. I was so
Let me
fucking
see your
nervous
butt.
because I was just.
That would have been my reply.
I was just getting into the audition process of Vegas shows. It's so different from like the dance team vibe.
So you were trying to do other things at the time.
I was just auditioning. I just wanted to get
whatever,
practice.
anything and
yeah,
everything.
like
So when you came dressed the way you did you ever dress like that before? To
I mean, I feel like
auditions
it
or
was
anything
always
like
within.
that?
I just
Okay,
needed to
okay.
release it, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I had
yeah.
But was that like in the back of your mind? Was that like, yo, maybe if I dress like this, it's gonna make me stand out to
Of
these
course,
other
I had to
chicks?
show off my ass a little
Yeah.
bit. Like I knew
Hey,
that
I
was
mean,
gonna like
what-
help.
Fuck
a
it.
little
I mean,
bit.
yo, if you got to ask, you got to
Did you
ask.
get a- did you get a
Right,
message?
right.
It doesn't matter if like my dancing's not the best. Like she can look at that and be like, okay.
Did you get a message from the
One-
Golden Knights like you're fired?
No, so I was kind
Put
of
your ass away or you're fired.
I was in a weird limbo with them for a while, and then it finally got to the point where I was like, guys, I'm gone, goodbye, and I left. And that's when I was doing a little
because
Miss
you
Sassy more.
already got this, or just because you
I
didn't
had
feel
already
right there.
gotten it, yeah, and I was like, I
But-
was just over it already.
Wait,
though.
that's what I was gonna say. You were already out the door.
I
there.
was already out the door. That's why I was already doing auditions because I wanted to leave and I wanted something else. So, and then this kind of just fell in place, and I loved it.
And I think you guys are maybe joking around, but like if
No, we're
you
serious.
see Gina's the Little Miss Nasty like page, it's very inspiring to any type of females. Like even me, he told me about you, and I was like, oh, okay, what's this dance
Pay me.
crew? You know, and then like
Cut the
he was
check.
like, oh, it's my good friend, and I was like,
Nah,
I don't know
motherfucker.
what that is. I'm like, but
Hey,
I love it.
I'm like, it's my bachelor party
yeah.
every 2 weeks.
It was the 19th bachelor party we had. Like, oh shit,
It's
she
just
gave me
this,
the eye.
like the style. I don't even know. Like, where did you get this?
Yeah, didn't you,
concept
Gina?
from?
For some reason, we've had a conversation before, but didn't you somehow or another, when you landed in Vegas way back in the day, you were doing something with Pussycat Dolls or?
That's the vibe
Yeah.
I get right here.
Oh, you
Because
do?
I used to fuck with Nicole and Jesse like
Oh.
heavy, so that's
Right
the vibe
on.
I get. I
Yeah.
get. Yeah.
We're sort of like a heavy metal version of Pussycat Dolls. A little bit more metal, a little bit more hip hop.
So not to go away from your guys' stuff, but
Yeah.
what's that connection with you?
Oh, so basically growing up as a professional dancer, I did all the shit like ballet, all that technical stuff, but I always wanted to be sexy. And back in the day, there wasn't
It
a lot
wasn't
of
acceptable.
jobs. Yeah, like
Yeah.
girls never danced in heels. It was like sneakers, you're doing fucking hip hop or backup dancing for Britney Spears, all this shit. But Pussycat Dolls were a thriving burlesque show that started in LA. Then they moved to Vegas. And I was like, I'm going to book this job. And I booked it. It was like sort of my dream job. And I just love that.
At the time, was the Robin Anton still running the little
Yeah,
show? there?
Robin
How was
hired
it?
me.
How was it working for her?
She's cool. I love it. I learned a lot because they're like super particular with how you look, which I think is important. They're like, nails have to be dark red or baby pink only.
It was
You
like an
have
army.
to-
It was
yeah,
like an army.
wow.
Yeah. But I respect that now because I like the girls to show up. I always tell them, like, have your nails done for shows, photo shoots, all that shit. Like, I just learned all these little details about how to polish your brand and your vibe.
That was prior, like Jimmy Iovine days, Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
Prior to that.
Well, when I joined, they were already the recording group. I was in their burlesque show. So the recording group was, like, popping off.
Their
Okay.
burlesque wasn't that at Pure?
Yeah, it was
nightclub?
at Pure at Caesar's
They
Palace.
had multiple. They
Yeah.
had multiple. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But that was
cool.
the whole thing. It was like, Nicole was the artist,
Yes.
and it was just dancers,
Yeah.
even though it was the Pussycat Dolls, right?
Yeah.
I
And it was
we'll
so
probably
funny.
get in trouble for talking about that. But
We would do the show there, but during our intermission, they just bumped like the Pussycat Dolls music video and have this whole feature on the recording artist of the brand, and we just sit there like do waiting for our next act. Like,
no,
where's the dancers?
I've literally seen invoices where it was like, yeah, Nicole was the artist, and then it was just dancers. Whether it was 5, 6
I feel like they
members.
would sing on it, but she just held down most of the lead
Well,
vocals.
she was
and
Right.
sleeping with Jimmy Iovine, so I don't. Can I say that on here?
Really?
she's a hot ass chick.
Yeah, she's a
Hey.
beast. She's a
Hey.
beast.
I'm
She's
just
a
happy.
beast.
I'm just happy to hear that Jimmy's with a female.
Shit,
Yeah,
I was,
I know.
I was digging her too.
Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, hold on. We're going back to Eminem days.
Nope.
Oh shit.
We're gonna bypass that one. But what was the Pussycat Doll style? What was their music?
It's sort of like not cheesy. I don't want to say cheesy, but
Yeah.
it was more
Pop.
burlesque. They had some classic songs. Like I don't even fucking remember.
But do you
honestly.
feel like as I don't want to say that's a negative thing, but do you feel like you kind of learn like a business type sense and like how you're running your stuff now? Do you feel like that helped you?
Totally inspirational. I was like, fuck yeah, Robin's doing this shit. Like, what a dream job she has. You know, I always
Because
admired
literally,
her.
you guys are a business now.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point,
Of
it's like
course.
you're not doing, you're not dancing at one place. You're gigging.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
we
a
have,
band.
Yeah, we're a band now. Actually, we are, and we have multiple residencies.
I mean,
just
might
like
as well.
Pussycat
Yeah, I was gonna
Dolls.
say, might as well lead into that. The music
Might
now
as
too.
well.
Yeah, music now. I did that on accident.
Yeah. So do you guys?
I'm good at this.
When you say you have a Vegas show and an LA show, do you keep the Vegas girls here and the LA girls over there? Do you cross them, mix them?
Sometimes I mix, but most of the time I do have like the stable LA girls who are locals and live there and work there, and it's easy to throw them in the shows. And then I have the Vegas girls who are here, but Talitha has come out and done some of our LA residencies along with a couple of my other Vegas girls. It just depends.
How does that feel for you? Like when you kind of get used to this group over here and then you go over to the other. Does that make you feel weird at all, or is it
No,
just
I love it because everyone brings something so different, and I just admire and love each girl so much that it's fun to bounce around. When I come out here and do the Vegas show, I get the Vegas experience with all these bomb ass chicks, and I go to LA and I'm like, bragging about Vegas girls to them, and it goes back and forth. Like, they probably heard me talk.
Do you feel like it carries on though? I mean,
What?
not to put you in a weird position with them, but like, is it like do you feel like there's ever a weird border between that? Like, if you're in LA and like, oh, these girls should be with me, probably,
Oh, you know, I feel like everyone respects and has their own place and loves their own show. But also another component of our brand is we go on national tours like twice a year, and I often mix the cast where it's like half Vegas girls, half LA girls, so we all get to work together.
so is that a whole nother casting experience?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel who is like super in and tight with all the shit we're doing, and we're very
Just tapped in with the whole everything.
Like, if
Do
we're a
you
solid
train
machine, I
you
take
train the
them.
same routine with LA and Vegas? So if
It
you do have to
depends on the
mix,
venue, but mostly yes. There's like subtle differences just because the LA venues are so interactive and set up differently. Well, we work the bar and shit, and there's all this piping over your heads, whereas Vegas is more like a stage show. And so there's differences in the numbers and some different numbers, but mostly it's the same vibe and concept throughout.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of people, like, I mean, from you personally being in both, what crowd do you like better? I mean, do you feel you
Oh
vibe
my
more with
God.
LA?
Hey, you gotta do it. You
I-
gotta do it.
Vegas is touristy though, so
Yeah,
it's like
LA 100%. Talitha knows, she's been there.
LA is like diehard.
Why?
fans.
Wait, hold on,
LA
hold on.
is die
No,
hard.
she shook her head. Yeah, like she was confident. Yeah, why? Why LA?
No, I was gonna say I like San Francisco the best.
San Francisco.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
You gotta for sure reason why.
So usually when we do San Francisco, it's kind of like a one-off show. Usually it's like on our way going out to tour, coming back from tour, maybe like around a holiday or something.
Yeah.
But because it's so scarce that we go out there, it like the bar is packed.
So you feel like
Packed.
you feel like in the venues where it was like more like a residency type stuff. It doesn't feel as special.
Well, no, the residencies are still special because you get all different crowds.
But you're
especially
talking
in
about the energy,
Vegas.
like the energy level.
Yeah, the energy
of
levels
course,
can always
yeah,
be
yeah,
different, and it's
100%.
just it's gonna vary depending on who's sitting out.
So
in the
why
audience, you know?
why? So she said you did LA. So why San Francisco above LA?
I mean, well, I didn't do the Santa Monica one. I did Long Beach. And,
Oh yeah, there's Harvell's in both, right?
Yeah.
Santa Monica. Okay.
And
Shout
I,
out to Seven. I know the owner. Yes. Yeah.
I like.
It's almost like shout out Riverside.
Yeah.
Yo. But yes, shout out to Riverside. Okay.
Look at
IE.
it. Yeah.
I like Long Beach. I think it's great.
Dude,
it's a
Long Beach is
fantastic
dope.
show.
I just feel like
but-
you're like
that's-
really pumped about the
I just,
Bay.
I
mean, like
mean,
me personally, like I love the Bay too when I DJ, but I just
Yeah.
want to know like what like.
No,
rowdy.
Long Beach is great too, and so I'm sure Santa Monica is also just as great because Harvell's is a good place to be doing it. It's very in the Little Miss Nasty vibe. It's like grungy, it's dirty, it's rock and roll.
You just feel
Like
like
you're
just talking about the
sitting
crowd,
down.
the crowd, the
Aesthetic.
crowd.
It definitely like
of
it's
course.
all about aesthetic. It's all
Yeah.
about what fits the show.
Because
It's all
that's
about
what
the
you eat off the
crowd.
energy of the crowd. Yeah,
I
of
just
course.
love San Francisco. I think just because it's like it doesn't happen as often. So when you go out there, it's just like
it's more
a
special.
little bit
Yeah.
more special.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure.
Just because it's like a one-off sort of thing, and all the girls that come out to the show and everything, they're always like, "Oh, we love you," and it's just.
So do you guys
nice.
feel like you get a lot of? I guess I mean I don't want to say normal, but do you get a lot of like girl fans?
That's
Or
what I
are
feel.
they,
I was
like,
gonna, yeah.
like I'm saying, like
girl
girls, that,
groupies
girls that
versus
like
guy
girls.
groupies.
Oh yes.
If you don't know,
She
our
said
San
yes.
Francisco
Yes.
our San Francisco residency is for a girl party. So it's
Ooh.
queer girls and they fucking love us and it's sold out all the time. Our YouTube analytics are like 80% female.
Wow.
You know,
Nice.
like we are
So how is that
dominating with
like how is that for you? I mean, how do you view it as that? Like
I
mean,
love
like you'd be
it.
like, yo, I don't give a fuck as long as we sell tickets, whatever.
I mean,
but
yeah, that, but
does it
also,
feel more comfortable like performing for females? Like
It's fun either way. I feel like if it was a whole group of guys, that might be
a little more awkward? Like,
yeah,
like,
a little bit more awkward. I feel like our crowds are mixed. It's not dominating females by any means,
But you know in the back of your mind that that's
Oh
that
yeah,
vibe.
and if it is like a couple who comes, the female is always like, "Fuck yeah, like I love this shit.
Right.
My pussy's so wet." You know, like
Let's
they
take
love
this
it.
bitch home.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
During COVID, you got really creative, like with the
That's-
content. You
yeah.
were doing Zoom classes.
That's the
and,
next move.
you
So yeah,
know,
let's go back to March of last year, and you know, you guys, your key shit is shows. So what was the move for you guys to keep pushing through, 2020?
Yeah, so we went virtually automatically, and we started with every Friday we had happy hour with Little Miss Nasty. It was a live stream, and I would have a girl come on and guest with me, and we just shoot the shit, play drinking games, do all that, interact with our fans. We launched right into virtual hangouts where our fans would pay to Zoom with us and do like, what was it, 30-minute set hangout.
So were you doing any virtual stuff before that or no?
No,
because
like,
you were so busy on the road, right?
So busy on the road.
Yeah, so it was like literally a flip of the switch.
And so now I'm thinking, like, why didn't we ever think of this
Right,
shit
yeah, because
before?
you
'Cause it's
that
such
could
a
have been
moneymaker.
like tour
Yeah.
bus stuff or like
Yeah,
day off
all the
stuff. Like,
time.
yeah, it's
Did
a whole
you
nother
guys
show.
ever do like an OnlyFans, and it
That's-
didn't
yeah,
have
that's
to
what I
be explicit, but just more
No, but I'm definitely
premium
thinking about
content.
it.
Yeah.
like a lot of
Yes.
even a lot of like hip
I
hop
would
guys are
subscribe
doing.
to that shit.
Yes.
No, because people think of OnlyFans as like some porn
It doesn't
almost
have
type
to
shit, but
be- yeah, it
but
doesn't
no,
have to
there's
be
just like
sexual.
there's
Tory
so many
Lanez,
yeah,
Tory
so many
Lanez.
artists that do OnlyFans is like just
Yeah.
normal shit like.
We were honestly just talking about that, Mark and I was like, I wonder what girl would like go in with me and do this, and not even be like XXX, but XX, and
But it
just
could
fun.
be, yeah. But that could also be once things get back to normal. That could be a double
Because it's
like
also-
income.
Oh,
yeah. Like,
when
come
you're on
on
the tour
tour
bus
with
or
us.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Because it's also
Yes.
it's like you guys do hot content on Instagram, but it's like on OnlyFans you could do even hotter content.
Exactly. And so it's like we're already putting ourselves out there, so
Right.
why
Might
not
as
make
well
these
keep
fuckers
going, yeah.
pay?
Yeah, no, for real. Like,
Girl,
yeah,
get
yeah.
them PPPs, PPVs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was about to say
Pay-per-view
shout out to PPP
I
loans.
just turned on
Keeping
TV.
keeping shit
Wrong
moving.
way.
Jesus.
Shit, I had the best year of my
Shout
life
out.
last year.
Same
Hold on, hey,
thing.
if the IRS is listening, hey, rewind that shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, you guys are independent contractors, so I hope you
It's
all
all
got
good,
that
it's all good.
PPP loan.
But
We got a
now,
security guard out front.
Little Miss Nasty's doing music. Like you guys are.
Girl, yeah. So that was another thing during shutdown, all that shit. We were doing our virtual stuff, but in the back of our minds, we've always wanted to make music. And we're like, now this is a perfect opportunity. These girls are sitting at home. We're sitting on our ass over here. Let's write some songs, hit up the studio, make this shit
but
happen.
was that like for you guys, at least you three here, was that prior to that? Like, was that in the back of your mind? No? See? No.
No. We
So
were-
for
we-
you, was it for you? No?
Yeah.
When
No,
you-
for us, yeah.
When you say making
Yeah, that's
music,
what I mean. Like, yeah, because
are you talking
that's a
about
big
with
difference.
instruments? I mean, do you have
Okay, not instruments, but Mark makes the music. And then we write the music and sing the music.
Is that the Snowy White Owl guy?
That's the Snowy White. Wait, this is
hang
a
on.
top secret.
Okay.
Shit.
Hold
Damn.
on.
Hey, hey,
I heard
there
Snowy
we-
White Owl guy.
there we
I
go.
heard Snowy White. I
I
thought
don't know
it
who
true.
he is.
Yeah.
Actually, I only communicate through email, so I don't even know who the Snowy White Owl is.
He
Well,
said
I
he said
like-
he said
I
he
like
sends
that guy.
smoke signals sometimes.
And
Yeah.
did you teach your girls how to sing?
Yeah, how did like? I mean,
did
that's
you guys,
that's a really like, as
that's very
as
interesting.
close as that is together. That's a big difference.
So
Like,
you would be
music-
the
yeah.
you would be the lead singer, and then you teach these girls to like sing almost like a backup.
So
Yeah.
she's Nicole
Yeah.
at the Pussycat Dolls. Look at that.
Where's
I mean,
Jimmy,
shit, everyone.
baby?
Yeah. Hey, I'll take a jet or a check.
No, it was
I'll
interesting.
take daddy's money.
Because we wrote the songs, and then we had every girl go in and record the whole song, top to bottom.
Who's we when you say we wrote the
Okay,
songs?
so Mark and I.
Okay.
So wait, hold on, and then and then there's every girl. So how
Okay,
many is
every
that? How many
girl-
is that?
Every girl who is available at this time and willing and interested in the project.
So what does that like kind of equal out to? How
There
many
were
girls?
3 other girls that were
Oh,
on
so
this
not a lot.
project.
So-
Not
so-
a lot.
yeah.
And we didn't want like 1,000 girls
Right,
on
because
one
that's
song.
just
It's
fucking
just
too much
like
work.
messy.
Yeah.
So we gave them the opportunity to rehearse the parts and go into the studio virtually with us because it was still social distancing. So we Zoomed produced the girls in the recording studio. And
Wow,
that's how.
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's definitely a different.
And then you guys also made these music videos that
Yeah.
you just put out.
After that.
After
After
that.
they got paid.
Who's shooting the videos?
This guy in LA named Donovan, Rude Boy Donovan, shot our first video. The second video is still up for grabs, and so we're scouting videographers as we speak.
Hey,
Hey, hey, don't.
We'll take half
Hey,
of
what?
that.
Ooh.
David can attest to this. Don't hire
hire
the
Weekend
Weekend Warriors. If you hear anybody Weekend Warrior, don't hire them
Shit.
guys.
You guys are always hating on
Yeah,
So-
everyone.
like when you say singing, you're like, oh, how do you teach them to sing? I feel like Little Miss Nasty is more about being a vocalist and just finding your personality and like representing.
But are you writing these songs? Like, are you doing these productions to really produce or put out, or is it just for the shows? That's
It's
kind of
to
a
put
big
out.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's to
because
put
we
out,
still
yeah.
want to hold down our dance show and have it be a dance show with or without singing. Like we don't want to rely on.
So was that like, oh, COVID's here now, let's do this music, or was that always kind of in the back of the mind?
Always in the back of the mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
see,
was just
I,
like when we were so fucking booked that it was like no
No
time.
time to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
I remembered when we were like, you know, when I was one of your songs, the Sippin' on a 40, which is one of my
I
favorites.
love this song.
So I would see it at your shows sometimes, and I always wondered to myself, like, why didn't you ever sing that live at one of your shows?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whenever we go on tour,
Only
we
when I'm
throw
not
that
there,
fuck
Fake
that's
down.
fan. He's a fake fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not no fake
I
fan,
seen
I'm
that
like-
shit
Well,
live.
He's seen
I'm
our
lying.
residency shows.
Yep.
And so normally when we go on tour, we do throw down and sing live too. And now when we go back out on tour and possibly our residency shows as well, we're going to start throwing out our own songs. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, no, that would be really
Well,
cool
that's
to add
that should be the biggest move, and that was kind of like my next thing was like, post COVID, what's the move like?
The
Hey,
move is
everything's
to come
gonna
out
be different.
fucking massive.
Okay, so but
Yeah.
what's gonna make you guys bigger than you were before COVID, after COVID?
I think just this time to redevelop our show and progress in all these different areas that we wanted to make it bigger and better. Already our show is going to be more than it was and more dynamic. And the fact that we get to fucking sing, because you guys, we go on national tours twice a year, and some of these agents or bookers are like, well, I don't understand. It's a dance show. Like, why? Or
Like,
these.
I'm selling tickets, book me.
Yeah. And we're like, they're like, oh, just some like hot chicks like dancing. But
No, it's more of a sell.
yeah, now it's more of a sell. So that's one. And two, like, fuck it, here we are. You want to fucking get in?
So that could be kind of the goal on the back end, was like the music you've done through COVID is a bigger sell for you than what you had before.
For sure. It's just an additional bonus, you know? And now we can go out there and rock that shit.
Yeah,
So-
I said, like,
Awesome.
you know, living here in Vegas, if anybody's been to the clubs, I feel like all these DJs out here, they've been playing the same set for like
Fuck
3 years.
you.
So I'm like, man, when this COVID shit's over, these motherfuckers better all have come with the fucking fire.
He just hates on DJs.
No, I don't,
There's
I
a
don't hate
need-
on them. It's just I know they're busy people, but you know, I'm like, please, when COVID comes back, Tiesto, Calvin Harris, you guys all better have a different fucking set.
I think there's definitely a need for like real talent too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And honestly, since Pure was gone, they had the Pussycat Dolls Lounge. There's really not something like that. If
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but there's really not something like
I
that.
have seen some other girl groups. Do you ever feel like that you have other competition or
Yeah,
other
what's that?
girl
What's this?
groups?
What's this? What was it? Cherry Boom or some shit that we saw? That was out here in Vegas. What was that called?
That ain't shit.
There's like a few cherry groups out there. I don't know which one you're talking about, but everyone just has their own vibe. Some, you know, rip others off and try to be
Yeah.
like other people, but
She changed her tone real
everyone's
quick.
just like,
Yeah, she's
yeah,
mad.
yeah. She got
fuck Cherry Bomb.
she went that defensive tone.
so, you know.
Fuck them bitches.
Yeah. Well, no, hey,
But
I
it's like everyone's doing their
see.
own thing, and then, you know, they see what works and they try to do that. You know?
hey, I'd say especially in Vegas, because out here, man, these people are just fakers and they're copiers, and I feel like they don't have the creative, but they'll see someone like you guys doing that and they'll be like, oh, we're gonna put this together.
But
Yeah.
the
Right.
fucked up thing is half the time it doesn't matter, because you got these tourists that they're just whatever.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
tourists
looking at
don't
a
know
flyer or
shit.
whatever. So what's gonna make you guys stand out and just once we get out of COVID, how are you guys gonna just rule it as that girl group, as that everything?
I feel like we've laid down our stamp and we have a great following and our fans are fucking awesome and they spread the word for us, and I just feel like we're different. We're authentic, we're unique, we're leading our genre, I feel, you know, and
Definitely
the chicks
in that
are
one.
the most talented. So nothing can really beat talent.
Ain't no one fucking with us.
Yeah, no,
that's
you
basically
fucking
what
with
she
us.
said.
Yeah.
Fucking
How
shitty.
often do you like, so prior to COVID, how often do you guys practice? I mean, is this something you do every day? I mean, what
It's
is
called
your
rehearsing, not practice. Come on, bro. Fuck.
My bad.
Not often, actually. When we have like a tour coming up, we'll rehearse for a week straight, preparing. When a new girl's coming in the show, learning her track, she'll rehearse for a week straight.
So hold on, when you say new girl, so
Yeah.
so like an actual show, a full stage show, how many girls is there?
There's 4 to 5 girls stage show.
So
And how many dances? Because there's a few routines that you guys do, or a few.
There's a lot. There's
Yeah.
probably like
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, so for you,
15 to
like,
20
so
songs.
you guys are here.
Yeah.
I feel like, so is there different people rotating, or what's the
yeah. So basically, out in Vegas,
deal?
I feel
They're all like, yeah, we them bitches.
there's like there's
we run this shit.
yeah. There's always the core group that is the main core, you know,
Mm-hmm.
who I try to keep in, but then we rotate based on availability. If someone's sick,
Well,
they
that's
break
what I'm
their
gonna say
hip.
too. So take your like after COVID or pre-COVID, what's the schedule like? 7 days a week, 5 days a week? What?
No, we actually do weekends, and we're possibly gonna have a 3 to 4 day a week show coming
That's
up.
good.
We go on tour. It's like 6 days a week.
So the weekdays are kind of held for tour dates or like private or other
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
yeah.
that's good.
Got it.
I mean,
And are you guys currently shopping a deal here in Las Vegas? You don't
You
have to tell us
know,
where it's
we
at.
Yeah, what's
definitely
the move?
have
What's the move?
offers.
Yeah.
We have our residency at the Rio, as you guys know.
Okay.
And we do have offers coming in, so we're looking around, you know.
Because is the Rio, did I hear, is the Rio new owners now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
new
sold. They
owners.
sold because they were supposed to knock it down. They were going to build a baseball stadium there,
Yeah.
and then someone bought
Yeah,
it.
I heard somebody
What?
bought it,
Yeah.
and they said they weren't going to open it,
Now
but
it's
then
like
they
a
opened it.
Hyatt.
it's
or
back
some
in.
shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
some weird shit. But that's just Vegas every day. You know
I
what
mean, we're always open. We haven't found our perfect room yet, and honestly, let's like build one, motherfucker.
Have-
Yes.
Right. No, it's,
Yes.
I mean, eventually, like,
So-
that was how the Pussycat Dolls at the
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
fucking.
So here's one thing that I've always thought over all these years, and this is just coming from a lot of people that I've worked with. I've always thought, like, you know, like you guys have a certain style and a particular sound. I was always like, when you're that high level of a dancer, you guys can obviously dance to hip hop, you can dance to probably electronic music, like whatever. So I always thought, you know, have you ever thought about branching out and like choreographing a set that you could possibly do at
Sell-
like a
sell
Club
to something?
Excess or like because I remember, I mean, I seen you guys back when you did Jet, and I think that night, I think it was like Richard Vision, and it was a pretty
Well, it goes back
electronic.
to like the Major Lazer Girls or like something like that, like some other act
You
that
know,
would
like
come
you,
through Vegas.
yeah, like you could stick, you know, obviously to the rock core, but like I feel like, you know, like if you were out touring the world and you're like, okay, we just got this offer at an all hip hop club,
Yeah.
boom, you got a hip hop set,
Oh,
or you know,
100%. And
Yeah.
already we've integrated like this dark Russian trap, and we have
Whoa.
done
yeah,
hip hop
Okay.
into
I
our
love
shows.
the.
I could see
Like,
that.
we're definitely branching out, and we're eliminating more of the classic rock sound, and so everything is just like heavy, dark, nasty, fun. And along with our music, it's so hip hop driven now as a recording artist, and we're integrating that into our show. And so already our show is evolving into something more universal where we
But do
can
you-
pop up anywhere.
But do you feel like that changes your like overall aspect as a group, like as
No.
people that knew you from the beginning, or do you feel like those people carry on with you?
I feel like they carry on with us because
Yeah.
even dropping Hungry, our first single, it's so out of our heavy metal fan group or
Right.
whatever that people were like, shit, but all those motherfuckers are down for
Yeah,
it
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
bumping it and they're like, I love this crossing genre vibe you guys have going on, and we're all about it. And like Talitha, Taylor, we're all trained in all styles of dance, and rock isn't like our thing necessarily, but I feel like rock is more of a mindset to us and more of just like the overall vibe of like not giving a fuck, middle fingers up, like fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. And so we can do any style of dance and get that whole point across to any type of music, you know?
Yeah, you could always stick with that same style and then just like flare a little,
Incorporate.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Shit.
of course.
little,
But
little
but,
this,
but,
little
but
that.
so moving not even from right now, but I'd say like from New Year's on now, like what's your move for 2021? It's a whole nother world. So
Well,
for you
we're
guys,
in
how you,
2021.
20,
We're talking about
or
2022?
20,
no, I'm talking about
22.
this year. No, I'm talking about this year. I mean, we're barely. I mean,
Yeah.
we're almost
Yeah.
halfway through,
Yeah.
but still, you like we all as performers, you like we gotta like make the best of the second half of the year.
Oh, for sure.
So what's that move for you guys? What
Well-
as the head of the group, like what's that move?
We already have tour offers up for this summer and fall winter, and so we're basically deciding what tour we're going to go on. So
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be a national tour targeting all of our fan groups and saying what's up to everyone. We missed them all last year. It's
Right.
time to get back out there. Plus we have to promote our music on the road and get out there and
So
sell these singles.
that's actually going to be a big different for you because it was always the dance show and whatever. So
Yeah.
now it's almost two things in one because you got to
Yeah.
promote that music.
For sure. So now our show is just gonna be the fucking shit. Like
So,
you're gonna
but
see.
Now
Do you
you're
feel-
gonna
do-
have an album to sell now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean.
motherfucker.
Do you feel like, oh, like, you know, we could do 3 cities and sell out the rest of the year, or do we do 30 cities and spread it bigger?
Well, yeah. The goal is obviously the national tour hit those 30 cities
Yeah.
all at one time. Well, not one time, but
Yeah,
a month.
yeah.
And then and then our residencies will start back up. So we have LA, we have Long Beach, we have Vegas, we have San Francisco, whatever other spot dates we get. You know, we book all sorts of private parties,
Right.
corporate things.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out there. Make more music.
Right.
Get more hot bitches
Man,
in the crew.
And make
Let's
more
go.
merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make more merch.
outfits.
Yeah.
And then what about the Gina in the Eastern Bloc? What do you guys have anything planned for that for this year?
Yeah, well,
I'm a big fan of Mark
Yeah.
Jordan. That's why I'm asking.
She said
You
yes and
know,
no.
we're
Look at
talking
hold on, he's speaking in. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. Let's
Yes,
go.
yes,
Come on.
yes, yes.
The boss man. Come on, man.
He's dressed so nice today.
What's
Yes.
second half of the year looking like? What's
That's
the
like-
big goal?
that's our sister band, you know, Gina and the Eastern Bloc. I front it. It's like my side project. Mark is here too.
So Mark is the drummer.
Mark is the drummer.
You guys have a guitar player?
We do.
We do.
And Mark plays all the instruments on recordings, and so we're kind of like a tag team duo when it comes down to making music. Like we don't need anyone else.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
He
when
look-
we perform,
he looks like that type. He's like, I don't need nobody. I don't need none of y'all motherfuckers.
you know, we're just along for the ride. We have a new booking agent, and he represents Little Miss Nasty too, and so he's working both of us at the moment. We might pair up and do another tour together. We might not. We might go on our own tour. You never fucking know. We're just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pussy gon' eat you. Out
Oh
now.
my god.
Hold on, say that one more time.
Pussy gon' eat you.
I like how
Pussy
she's
gon'
on
eat
top of that.
hungry.
Tone that. The social media. You gotta break down.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yes.
So Little Miss Nasty at Little Miss Nasty. We're everywhere.
IG,
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Twitter.
OnlyFans soon.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah.
I was just gonna say.
I would definitely get on OnlyFans.
I totally support the OnlyFans.
Domo's like, are you on
movement.
Clubhouse?
Yes.
Are you on Clubhouse?
I'm over Clubhouse.
Yeah. See,
Moving on.
Wait, I love
Yeah.
Clubhouse. I just got
See?
into it.
That was.
that's like
See,
a-
you're
that's a
yeah,
cult.
you're like
That's a cult
Yeah, you're like
following.
9 months late.
I'm like
she
a-
almost got me into
I'm
it.
a pro at it, but
She got all
some
the-
people get a little
well,
weird.
wait, Talitha's like a Twitch girl now. Do you guys do Twitch?
yeah. I can
I
see
have
that.
an account. So I'm trying to learn.
Wait.
That's why we got that
What do
chair.
you do on Twitch? Are you playing games or
Yeah,
are you
what are you
dancing?
doing?
Oh, I
Or-
do. I'm a variety streamer, so I do basically anything that fancies me that day.
Yes.
I started doing Mukbang Mondays.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah,
you guys know
yeah.
Mukbang. But I cook on camera and then I
Eat
eat
it.
on
Yeah,
camera
yeah.
into the microphone.
You're gonna
and,
bring us any food.
you know,
Do you like some ASMR?
Yeah, I do a little bit of
Whoa.
ASMR, eat what I cook. I also started a small fire, so you know my stream is pretty interesting.
Every once in a while, the house burns down.
Yeah, exactly.
All that cool shit. You know.
It's pretty interesting. I just basically do whatever I want. But that was also like a COVID thing. Like,
That's what I was gonna say. So
Right.
that was
Yeah.
that was how you kept yourself.
yeah, that was a COVID thing.
What?
You know, you gotta kind of like find a way. I was go-go dancing on my stream. I was watching movies on my stream. I was playing video games. I was making clothing. I was
Did you
putting on
have
makeup.
did you have the Twitch audience before, or that was fresh from COVID?
No, fresh.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm still building. You know, like. But
So you just built off
my-
your other social sites and everything.
Yeah, basically.
Are you a
Like, my-
gamer? Like, were you doing
No,
games?
I suck at playing video games.
Hey, you can fake
No,
it.
I was
though.
gonna say
I
people
think
still watch
funnier.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
because I'm
watch that
dying
shit,
left
yeah.
and right, and I just like curse and I scream. I played a scary game the other day, and I like
Just dying.
I was screaming my head off in my apartment. I was like, I hope people don't think I'm dying.
yeah. Knock at the door.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a horror
SWAT
game
team, yeah.
Hey,
that
I-
one of my viewers was like, you should play this, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm glad you guys stopped by. I'm sure you guys got a lot of shit to do, like get another residency out here in Vegas so we can come to your show. But
And give us, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
give us comps and all that cool shit.
yes, and if anybody wants comps, they can always reach out to Mark Jordan. He's really good about doing that.
yeah.
And putting,
Yeah,
putting you
he'll-
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
list.
yeah.
I'm
Just
sure
hit him
he
up.
wants to offer
He'll
those.
hey, he comps to 100 a night. I heard.
But man, we appreciate you guys
Yes,
stopping by.
Thank you
Thank you
guys
so
so
much.
much.
And we hope you come back and update us on all the.
Once we
Fun
get
things.
once we get back to real Vegas shit, we're gonna do another one.
All you
Yeah.
people out there, you need to check these girls out. They're fucking killing
At
it.
One more
Little
time,
Miss
one more time.
Nasty.
Yeah, give the socials real quick.
Yeah. at Little Miss Nasty. Go to our YouTube, watch our music video, listen to our song. It's available
Subscribe.
everywhere.
Yeah. What's the song title?
The song is called Hungry.
Okay, there we go. Is
And
there a video?
I'm-
Is there a video yet?
There's a
Video
video.
yet?
Yeah,
There's
there
a
is.
video.
Oh,
It's
that's
hot.
the move right there.
We have a new song coming out June 18th called Little Miss Nasty. So
Oh.
look the fuck out for that.
Yeah, there she goes.
And my
Definitely.
personal Instagram is Gina and the Eastern Block.
Just pass them around.
My personal Insta is Lethal TNT, and then my Twitch handle is Lush Vicious.
Yeah.
She's about to twitch.
So close to me. And then mine's at Tay Norton.
There she is.
So Tay.
Got it. Appreciate it, you guys.
you
Thank you very
guys.
much.
Thank y'all for
Thank
checking
you,
it out.
ladies.
Yes, Screen Room Radio.